So you are not only I consider you the best prospect in boxing in the sense that when you survey the landscape, who would I put my money on as the most blue chip of all the guys to last the longest, to achieve the highest level in the pound-for-pound ratings, everything? My guess would be you, and you are the first of all the of that Olympic class to be fighting for a recognized world title belt. What does it mean to you to be fighting for that tomorrow night against Joet Gonzalez?
Honestly, I feel like this fight gonna separate me from all them other prospects that's coming up. I'm the first to actually fight for my world title, and I'm gonna be the first one to become a world champion that fought for a title. So I definitely feel like this fight gonna separate myself, and this fight gonna mean everything to me after I become world champ.
Shakur, you're a very good defensive fighter, and you know you.
Yeah.
It seems to me that no matter who you're fighting, you're going to box them in your style. Do you watch tape? Do you prepare any differently depending on the opponent? Or do you feel you're just going to do your thing and they're going to have to react to that?
I watch a little tape. Like, I ain't one of them fighters that say, like, they don't watch no tape and actually be watching tape. But I watch a little tape, and I seen this guy fighting, and I do go in there with the kind of style, like, if I'm on top of my game, there's nothing that he gonna be able to do to stop me from doing what I'm doing. So I'm going there. I'm gonna have fun Saturday, and Saturday is gonna be the best Shakur Stevenson that y'all seen yet.
What does Joet do well? How do you beat him?
Joet he's actually a good fighter. Like, I don't think he's a bad fighter. I watched a lot of his tapes. He's defensively sound, and he push pressure, and he kind of like stand in your face, like he try to stay in your face, and he put mental pressure on you. But I think that I'm on a whole different level. Like, I think that I know the game too well for anything that he do to be a threat to me.
Now, there's been much made in the boxing press, at least, about your relationship with his little sister and the fact that you two have been dating for some time. She's an amateur fighter. And the fact that he doesn't like it, he doesn't want her to date you, and he's kind of using it as motivation. I have not seen you comment on this. Will you comment here?
Yeah. Nah, I'm not really gonna comment too much on it. It's true though, but I think that Joet mad for other reasons. Like, I don't really think that he's mad at that reason. I think that he's mad that he's been pro since 2012, and in 2012, I was in high school. I was a freshman in high school, so I think he's mad that I'm becoming who I am so quickly, and he has been pro since forever, and it's just, I think he's a hater, if I'm being honest. I think he's a hater.
How well do you two know each other? Like, you have Thanksgiving together, or like, how's this work? How well do you two know each other personally?
Nah, we don't know each other. Joet never wanted to be cool with me. I guess probably after the Olympics, he seen that I went to the Olympics and he lost first day at trial, so he know he can't compete in my shoes. So I guess he don't like me. Like, he didn't like me, and he got his reasons, but that's on him.
Okay, let's assume you win this fight, and he's an undefeated fighter, and he's good, and so that's an assumption. But you are in fact considered a cut above. You're expected to win. Looking at the division, who would you want to fight next?
Actually, I want Josh Warrington. Josh Warrington is the easiest fight that can be made. He's signed with Frank Warren. I'm with Bob Aaron. We definitely could make the fight right after. And Warrington don't got no fight coming up, so there's no excuses why he shouldn't get in the ring. And I should be unified in 14 fights if he fight me.
So Warrington is a realistic fight that can be made, in your view. But who do you think is the best featherweight in the world? And that's one question. The next is, who would you need to beat in order for you to feel like I am the champion of this division?
I'm glad you asked that question, because I'm an honest type of person, and I feel that Gary Russell is the best featherweight in the featherweight division. And Gary been kind of calling my name out lately, and I feel like we could make that fight. I'm planning on moving up to 130, but I definitely stay at 126 to fight Gary Russell.
What about Leo Santa Cruz? In an ideal world where any fight could get made, would you need to beat him to think of yourself as the champ of the division?
I think that Gary better than Leo. I think Leo perfect style. I think I'll run through Leo. I think Leo be easy work. I don't think that Leo style is more like a come forward type of guy. Like, I don't think he got anything for me.
130 pounds, you want to move up to junior lightweight from featherweight. Who do you have your eye on at 130 pounds?
I want everybody at 130. So when I get there, Tevin, I'm cool with Tevin and Jamel. Like, I'm cool with them, but at the end of the day, anybody can get it at that weight class. It is what it is. I'm willing to fight any and everybody. And I feel like, honestly, some of the champions, some of the people at 135 that's big names is going to come back down to 130. So by the time I'm there, we're going to be there, and we gonna probably make a fight happen.
When you say some of the people, there are two names. One has moved, up from 130. Two of them have actually moved up from 130. Lomachenko, of course, who's a promotional stablemate of yours, and Tank Davis, who just recently moved up to 35. Are those the fighters to whom you're referring?
I definitely, I don't got nothing but good things to say about Tank. Me and Tank cool. Tank just posted me for this fight and wishing me luck. So I got nothing but good things to say. But we definitely going to have to fight. But honestly, I feel like me and Lomachenko going to end up at 130 together. And I feel like me and him sparred together. We got history together. And I feel like we on the same we with the same promoter, so it'd be an easy fight to make. I'm not turning down no fights. Lomachenko is obviously a competitive person just like me, and he's not turning down any fight. So I feel like me and Lomachenko gonna be an amazing fight. We done done a lot of rounds together, and I would definitely love to show him how much better I got since then.
Now the way this works is, the athlete in this case, when they have an event to promote, they start talking to the media, especially in boxing where there's no league or tour to set this stuff up. And so that's why we're talking to you today, though you have an open invitation on this show as I think the best prospect in the game. You've been on the show before. We're going to get back to what's going to happen tomorrow night. Before we do, last time I ran into you in person, you started beefing with me about our last interview. Can you tell the people what your problem was and articulate it here?
My problem was you had brought me up on the show and you said you was talking about Teofimo, and you kept mentioning Teofimo's name, and it was like it was my fight week, and I didn't understand it. Like, I kind of felt some type of way because it's like I watched Teofimo interview. I didn't see you say Shakur Stevenson, and I didn't see you bring up Shakur Stevenson's name, so it was like kind of annoyed me you bringing up somebody 2 weight class above me. But it is what it is. Everybody know what it is. Everybody know who I am. So they slowly
Did you notice
and understand that I'm the best in boxing.
Since you brought that up, your stablemates,
Max?
Since you brought that up, because you and Teofimo are promotional stablemates, and you're both red hot prospects, and it's well known. There seems to be a competitive spirit between you two. Did you notice that during Teofimo's fight, especially after his last fight, the topic of conversation, as far as I was concerned, was Shakur Stevenson, comparing you to his prospects? Did you notice that? Does that make it any different that I talked to you about him?
Nah, because I definitely didn't see it. I didn't get to see it because it was on I guess it was like after the fight. I didn't actually pay attention to it. I didn't watch like the after the fight talk. But I watched Max on boxing, and when I watched Max on boxing, I didn't hear no Teofimo. I ain't hear no Shakur Stevenson talk. When I got on there, it was like, damn.
Shakur, we'll get you the tape.
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see the tape.
We'll get you the tape.
I want to see the tape. I believe it when I see the tape.
Shakur, you got the fight tomorrow night. Can you with Joet Gonzalez?
Yeah.
Can you tell us what that means to you? Yeah. What tomorrow night means to you?
Tomorrow night it's gonna mean everything to me. This is the biggest fight of my career. Joet is coming to fight. He's very angry at me. He's very angry at me, and y'all gonna be in for a treat. Y'all gonna get to see one of the best in the featherweight division versus another fighter that can be one of the best in the featherweight division. It's gonna be an amazing fight. Tune in. I am the best in boxing.
You're declaring yourself the best in boxing right now. Like, you would say, pound for pound, you're number one.
Right now.
Before you've fought and beaten anyone.
No. I would not call myself pound for pound number one. I respect the people that's ahead of me. Like, I'll take my notes. Like, you got Terrence Crawford, Lomachenko, Canelo. I take my notes. I respect all of them. But I'm telling you right now that I'm coming. I'm coming to take everybody's spot. So just keep tuning into me. I'm one of the best. I'm going to be one of the best, basically.
I have no argument maybe about anything you just said. I have the same order, Crawford, Lomachenko, Canelo, and I think you are taking aim at the top spot. The real first step begins when you fight for your first recognized world title belt tomorrow night against Joet Gonzalez, who, as you said, is very angry at you. That happens if you're dating a guy's little sister.
Yeah. Yeah, he's very angry, but I actually feel that he's a good fighter, and he said that he don't think that I'm a good fighter. So Saturday we can get to see. He think that I'm overrated, and he think that he gonna stop me. So we gonna get to see Saturday.
You gonna stop him?
I don't know. I'm going in there to box my fight. I ain't going in there looking for no knockout. If it happened, it happened. Then. But I honestly feel like I said, I feel like he's a good fight. I think that this is going to be a great fight for boxing.
Shakur, thanks a lot for joining us.
I think that this fight is getting slept on.
Whose fight is getting slept on?
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Max.
Wait, hold on. Which fight is getting slept on? This one?
Yeah, I think that is everybody's just in their head like this is a Shakur wipeout. But I think that Joet is a great fighter.
Shakur, thanks a lot for joining me today, and look forward to having you back soon, and especially look forward to that fight tomorrow night. Good luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.